My friends Larry and Tavia stopped by in their Scenicruiser last night to stay the night. Larry reported when he got here that the Scenicruiser had been running a little bit hotter than normal on the way here. That took about 30 seconds to figure out why. You'll see that here in the video. I'll have it at the end of this video. But first, let's talk about our culverts, the progress that we've made on them, and how they've held up during the recent rains that we've had. Put up some concrete kind of forms there we're going to form up the ends of these culverts here so they're nice and solid, and all this dirt from the driveway can't come backwards into there. Plus have a nice sturdy edge at the end. It's pretty good. Now I'm going to line it with a layer of rock with a little bit of concrete so I can save on some concrete but have a nice firm layer of chert across there. Okay, so now we're lining while that concrete's still wet. We're just kind of mashing some rocks into it just to give it more of a leading edge here that'll help hold the roadway in as well so it can't wash over the top of it. That's a little higher than what the road is, so this will be good. And then we're going to continue on the riprap, big rocks down in the bottom of the trench there, and then we're going to get a bale of straw to help keep some of the stuff out, and we'll see how it goes from there. But it's a good start. This was 5 bags of concrete per end, which is about what I figured. Okay, we got this one laid out here. We got a pole in it on the corner of it on the driveway side. It has 3 bags of concrete in it right now. We're getting ready to add in a couple more. We're just lining it with rocks and then pour more concrete over it, especially on the side here where the water's coming into it. We're going to fill that in good too. So there's the culvert end there, and then we're going to build up the driveway around it, and that should help hold it back in. You can see how much rain we had here, where this really pooled up in here and washed down and moved all this out. This was all loose dirt that was in here from when we had dug out for the culverts. The riprap big rocks got buried in the loose chert, but the culvert is 100% empty. There's a couple little rocks right there at the beginning, but there's no sediment at all in there. The concrete wall held everything back, funneled the water where it needed to go. That looks real good. So I'll keep an eye on it, but 0 water came over the top and nothing washed out on the driveway, and we had really, really strong, there was actually flooding in the area here. That's how much rain that we had. I still need to work on the exit side. We're going to fill that with riprap as well. I just hadn't got around to that yet, but you can see where that kind of carved a channel out of there, but it didn't do anything too deep, and that's hard chert now. Should be pretty stable for a while, but we're gonna fill out with riprap too, just so that the water can flow through there a little better before it goes off the cliff there. But the water went where we wanted it to go. It did everything we asked it to do. We can continue working on getting the base evened out here with the little wall that we built. It did great. 0 washout here and down there, same thing. I'll show you that culvert in a second. Nothing washed out on the driveway. You can see where this channeled the water down and away from the driveway instead of sending it down the driveway, which is what it used to do. So even this grading that we did here, pitching it off to the side, kept the water off, and it held up great. So my next project here is I'm going to put in like a catch basin, or concrete, where it's going to kind of have a lower spot to catch some of the stuff before it goes in that I can continually clean out, and then also it's going to funnel the water into the culvert there. So step 1 is complete, and going to go on to step number 2 down there with the concrete, and I think we'll be in good shape, and I can continue to work on it as need be. Well, there's my next project for the bus, is getting that leaf spring on. I will say that the freight company really made me mad that they set up for a 7:30 to 9:30 in the morning delivery. I told them I had somewhere to be, that I wouldn't have access to the forklift, or I wouldn't be here with the forklift, to take it off of the trailer after 9:30. That's fine. Well, then around come 9 o'clock, I call them, and they're like, hey, the driver doesn't even come into work till 9. And it's in Nashville, which is over an hour away with traffic and a truck, and we wouldn't even be his first stop. So I'm like, so the person that scheduled the delivery scheduled me to be here, here waiting for the guy 2 hours before he even shows up to work. That is ridiculous. They should know better. And I knew when I was talking to her that she was full of crap, that there was no way it was going to be delivered when they said it was going to be. I just knew it. But they ended up putting it on a lift bed truck, and then they delivered it while I wasn't here. It came at, I want to say like 1:30 in the afternoon, something like that. But, so it's here, and I just got to get it ready to get on the bus. My new favorite thing on the property are all these persimmon trees that we have. We have a ton of them. And I mean, I never had one before, but they're kind of like a plum. They have big giant seeds in them, but they are so sweet and they're very good. I heard a Scenicruiser. I see why you were running hotter.
What's that?
I see why you were running hotter.
What's that?
Come on out here, I'll show you.
Where did that come from?
The whole nut is spinning.